Welcome to farmer agriculture. Will you like it if you get to spend your time in the fresh and natural environment of farms and meanwhile make tons of money? The demand for fresh, local, and sustainable food is exploding. With this rising demand, an uncountable number of business ideas have emerged to not only provide people with fresh and organic food, but also develop a stable income stream. In this video, I will talk about the top 7 agriculture business ideas you can begin today. With this easy guide, you can learn the basics of how you can dive into these businesses. So, whether you are a farmer or a person just starting out, you can easily implement these ideas to grow food and generate money. Hit on the like and subscribe button to stay updated with more educational videos. Let's begin. 7. Microgreen farming. Did you know that plants, when they are very young, are more nutritious and tasty than mature crops? This new knowledge has caused many health lovers to begin eating these seedlings. And with this, we get a new business idea called microgreen farming. In this type of farming, you get seeds from the nearby farms and sow them in your own place. Once the seeds sprout, you harvest these seedlings and sell them. Sounds pretty easy, right? Do you want to know why this farming is so easy? You don't really need a big farm, you just need a small area, even if you are in the city. Starting your own microgreen farm doesn't take a ton of money or fancy equipment either. You can use shallow trays or old containers, special soil, good seeds, and some light, either from a window or special grow lights. Planting and taking care of microgreens is pretty easy. Just put the soil in your containers, sprinkle the seeds on top, and lightly cover them with more soil. Keep the soil damp, but not too wet, and make sure they get enough light. In about a week or two, your microgreens will be ready to eat. 6. Organic farming. A study recently published in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health exposed the harms of added chemicals like pesticides and insecticides in the land and crops. Including cardiovascular diseases, these chemicals cause many other health issues, and that is why many people are now looking for organic food to eat. Organic farming means growing crops on farms without using any type of chemicals. Instead, we rely on natural methods to keep the soil fertile and protect the farms from insects or pests. Growing organic food with natural methods may sound very difficult, but it is actually easier than you can imagine. So how do you start organic farming? Firstly, prepare your land with natural methods. Do not add fertilizers to the soil. Instead, fill it with compost, manure, and cover crops. Rotate the crops after cultivation, as it keeps the soil happy. Similarly, instead of using chemicals to get rid of the growing weeds, remove them with your hand, or use machines to do it. How do you handle insects in organic farming? Create an environment that attracts good insects that kill these harmful insects. You can also let loose birds, hens, or ducks into the farms every day. They won't only eat the harmful insects, but their poop will also add value to the soil. Organic farming sure looks difficult, but it is worth it because of the healthy foods and good prices for these foods. 5. The vertical veggie vanguard. Have you seen big vertical farms where they grow literally everything indoors? Well, this kind of vertical farming is now possible with a low budget and limited space. And why should you opt for this farming? Well, the demand for food is growing, and meeting the demand may not be possible without vertical farming. Now, how can you do it in your limited space? Invest in a vertical gardening system. This could be anything from simple wall planters to elaborate setups. While you add this setup, ensure that there is enough natural light coming inside this indoor space. If not possible, then you can use grow lights that mimic the light spectrum needed for healthy plant growth. Proper ventilation is also essential so air can circulate in these rooms. Choose high-quality seeds or seedlings suitable for vertical gardens. Herbs like basil or lettuce, smaller fruiting plants like peppers or strawberries, and even some leafy greens can thrive in these systems. Do you want to know what are the benefits of vertical farming? Not only you can grow them in any indoor space like apartments, balconies, or even small backyards, but also that you can also grow any vegetable or fruit without worrying about the season. You just need to provide them with the right conditions, and that is very possible for indoor farming. No. 4. Hydroponic farming. When we talk about indoor farming, especially vertical farming, then we cannot simply ignore one of the most suitable farming business ideas, which is hydroponic farming. Hydroponic farming means growing plants. There are several hydroponic systems, like deep water culture, DWC, nutrient film technique, NFT, and ebb and flow. Learn about each system's pros and cons to choose the one that suits your needs and budget. Once your research is complete, gather your supplies and build your setup. Some hydroponic systems utilize inert mediums like rock wool or clay pebbles to provide support for the plant roots. This is not required for all systems. You can even proceed with a cup or basket. Overall, you will need a similar setup to what we discussed in vertical farming with proper ventilation and enough light. When your setup is ready, get high-quality seeds that are suitable for hydroponic farming. Gently place a single seed into each designated planting cup or basket. Press it slightly into the medium for good contact. Just remember that pressing the seed like this is not suitable for every system. The systems we mentioned earlier, like the deep water culture, and the others will require different methods, which need some research. After that, carefully measure the nutrients and water level to ensure plants can grow easily. You can use advanced AI machines available these days for such types of farming. These machines have sensors and cameras that enable the AI to make autonomous decisions, like adding more water or nutrients to the systems. No. 3. Community-supported agriculture, CSA. One of the biggest problems that people face is that they don't know where their food is coming from, and there is no guarantee that the food in the grocery stores is nutritious and organic. And this brings a business opportunity known as community-supported agriculture. A community-supported agriculture is a business model in which you, more or less as a middleman, connect consumers with the local farms. You can do it by developing an online platform or by going door to door to present them with better food availability. You tell them why not take your veggies from the nearby reliable farms instead of buying them from grocery stores. You can convince them by telling them that these farms are 100% organic and that they can get fresh vegetables every day, and that the food will be delivered right at their doorsteps every morning. This type of business model is a win-win situation for everyone. Not only does this model promote local farms, but the people from the community also get to eat fresh food, and you get your cut. If you build an online platform, then you can simply take a monthly subscription fee. This online platform can be anything such as a page on Facebook, a website, or a mobile application. No. 2. Mushroom farming. Ever wondered how those tasty mushrooms in the grocery store sprout up so perfectly? Well, they might not be coming from a field under the sun. Mushroom farming, or as the people call it, mycology, is all about growing these delicious and sometimes medicinal fungi indoors. Mushrooms can thrive in controlled environments, even in your basement or spare room. This makes it a possibility for anyone with a little space and a curious mind. So how can you jump into this business? Well, first of all, create a dark and moist environment in which you want to farm mushrooms. Fungi are not plants, and they don't need sunlight. Instead, they eat the material they grow on, which is commonly called substrate. This material could be anything from oak trees to the food in your fridge. But the material you will need for mushrooms is straws, tree chips, or similar stuff. So the 3 things you need are a controlled environment, substrate material, and spawn of the mushroom. Fungi usually have spores, but for farming, we use a part of the mushroom that has mycelium on it. This mycelium spreads on the food substrate like a web and absorbs it for energy. So, here is what you need to do. Firstly, Prepare the substrate material with the pasteurization method, which means killing unwanted microbes from the material by heating, and then leave it for a day. After that, randomly place the mushroom spawns inside the substrate material. Make sure this material is already inside a bag or a box, and keep it above the floor. Leave a patch in the bag for air exchange. Keep the temperature and moisture under control, because mushrooms take their water from the environment. It can take a few weeks before you get to see these beautiful mushrooms appearing in the substrate. Since mushroom demand is high, you can easily sell them anywhere from local shops, big companies, or directly to consumers. No. 1. Agritourism. If you have a beautiful farm and you love to grow a variety of fruits or vegetables on the farm, then agritourism will be a valuable addition to your income streams. Agritourism is all about welcoming visitors onto your working farm and letting them see, smell, and even taste the joy of agriculture firsthand. Imagine transforming your farm into a place where people can learn, have fun, and create memories that last a lifetime. How does it work? You can open your farms for school trips, where students get to experience the natural beauty of your farms. Anyone else, like locals, tourists, and even professionals, can come to visit your farms to learn. While people appear at your farms, you can charge them a bit extra by becoming a tour guide. You can explain to them about different vegetables, their benefits, and how they are grown. For those who want to learn even deeper, you can provide little booklets for detailed understanding. Most importantly, you can install a beautiful stall on your farm where you can sell freshly plucked fruits or vegetables. And to keep things lively, you could even host special events throughout the year. These events not only attract visitors, but also create a fun and welcoming atmosphere for everyone. Let's wrap up our video here, but before that, remember that these are some of the top business ideas. However, the numbers for business ideas in agriculture are limitless. If you find an idea around you and you think is good enough, then go for it. Let us know what you think about the ideas we discussed. Do you think selling microgreens is a better idea or community-based agriculture? Let us know in the comment section. Also, if you liked the video, please hit the like and subscribe button. We will see you in the next video.